How to manually lower a rotary VREX lift. There may come a time when a power loss or controller failure has left your VREX lift stuck elevated with a vehicle on it. Here we will show you how to lower your lift manually to the floor. But first, caution. This is very dangerous. If done incorrectly, there is a great possibility of vehicle or equipment damage as well as injury or death. Please watch carefully and observe the safety pointers to prevent your vehicle from rolling off the lift. If operated correctly, your lift will be elevated and sitting on the locks. To lower the lift manually, we need to first get the lift elevated above the locks so they can be released, then lower the lift to the ground. Before beginning, first put chocks in front of and behind at least one wheel of the vehicle to keep it from rolling should the lift become out of level during the lowering process. Do not rely on the brakes. To begin, you will need to make sure that there is at least 80 psi of air pressure to the pedestal to be able to open the locks. Once that is verified, go to the control pedestal and remove the front and rear covers. At the rear of the control panel, find the air solenoid. It will look like this. On the top of the air solenoid, there's a button in the center of the circle. You are able to depress the button with a small screwdriver. Using a short length of rubber hose, you can pin the screwdriver in a position to hold the button down. This will open the valve and allow air pressure to pass to the lock cylinder and to try and open them. At this time, they will not open as the locks are fully engaged. Go to the front of the pedestal and locate the distribution block that looks like this. These 4 silver needle valves control fluid flowing into each of the cylinders from the manual jack handle, 1 valve per leg of the lift. These 4 red knobs are the manual release valves. To open them, they must be pulled straight up. Do not twist them. These valves will snap closed again when released. Again, 1 valve per leg. Verify that all 4 of the silver needle valves are closed by twisting them clockwise until they are just snug. Do not over-tighten them. There is a jam nut below the knob that may need to be loosened to allow the knobs to turn. With all of the other needle valves closed, open one of the needle valves 1 complete turn counterclockwise. This opens the manual pump handle to only one of the cylinders in one leg of the lift. Install the handle in the rocker block and pump up and down. The lift will rise very slowly, only one corner. It will take 20 to 30 pumps of the handle to raise the one corner of the lift high enough to release the lock. As you are pumping, listen for the sound of the lock bar releasing. Then stop. Close that needle valve and move to the next needle valve and repeat the opening of the valve, pumping 20-30 times until the sound of the lock clearing is heard, then close that valve. Move to the third valve and repeat, making sure to close the valve before moving on. Then onto the last valve and repeat. Close the last valve when complete. Now all 4 of the locks are released and the lift can be lowered. Verify that all 4 needle valves are closed. Using an observer to watch the level descent of the lift, lift 2 of the red knobs for no more than 5 seconds and release. 2 of the corners of the lift will have lowered several inches. Move to the other 2 red knobs and lift them for no more than 5 seconds. Your lift should now be level again, but lower to the ground. Repeat this process of short movements at a time until the lift is fully lowered. If you have 2 people besides your observer, then one person can lift 2 of the red lowering valves from the front of the pedestal, and a second person can lift the other 2 valves from the rear. Be sure to stop every few seconds and verify the lift is still level on the descent. Once the lift has been fully lowered, remove the screwdriver from the air solenoid to allow the locks to fall back into lock position.